Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting. Today we're strapping in because SpaceX is targeting a precise Hohmann transfer orbit to Mars. In the market, XPeng is posting, explosive annual growth, and AI agents are actively displacing mid-tier sales jobs, creating some serious uncanny valley friction for customers. Let's unpack all of this.
Okay, let's just jump straight into the big ambition, the massive scale. We're talking about Mars.
The ultimate goal.
Exactly. We saw details cited at IMSMX outlining SpaceX's target for an uncrewed Starship mission in that late 2026 window. And they're leveraging the most efficient path, that classic fuel-minimizing Hohmann transfer orbit.
Right. And what's crucial for you to understand here is that the Hohmann transfer it's basically the cheapest route in terms of fuel of delta V.
The long way around, but you save on gas.
Precisely. It's this long elliptical orbit, but it means you have a really long coast phase. We're talking 6 to 9 months before the craft even gets near Mars.
So the physics are proven.
Yes.
That's the catch. Well, the source makes it pretty clear. The technical skepticism, the community, experts in the field are really questioning that aggressive 2026 timeline.
And why is that?
It's the persistent hurdles, specifically the really complex heat shield development you need for Mars atmospheric entry. The consensus among a lot of these orbital mechanics folks is that, 2028 is a far more realistic timeline.
Okay, so the ambition is there, but the timeline might be slipping. And that kind of multi-billion-dollar endeavor needs massive funding.
It does.
Which we all know is being bankrolled by something much closer to home, Starlink. And the scale of this operation, it's just dramatic. According to at Sawyer Merritt, Starlink's 2025 report showed 4.6 million new customers. But this is a staggering figure. They plan to nearly double U.S.-made kit production.
To what?
To roughly 50,000 kits per day in 2026.
50,000 a day. That means they're projecting a 17 million annual run rate. That's not scaling. That's defining a whole new industrial capability.
So what does that do to the market?
Well, if you connect the dots, this kind of manufacturing scale transforms Starlink from just a niche satellite service into an essential global communications backbone. It's explicitly challenging all the incumbent telecoms.
And they're not stopping. They've got the V3 satellites coming, right?
Exactly. Designed for Starship launches. They'll boost capacity tenfold. But that brings up the critical question.
Regulatory side of things.
Absolutely. The core issue isn't whether they can physically build 50,000 kits a day. It's the regulatory response, this kind of exponential, centrally controlled infrastructure will provoke around the world.
Right.
That level of control over global internet access, over data transit, it raises serious alarm bells in every capital.
Yeah.
For you, the listener, this just means future battles over pricing, access, and data sovereignty they're inevitable.
Okay, shifting gears from orbital mechanics to market mechanics. Let's look at the EV market, another place where we're seeing incredible velocity. We've got a headline from the official at XPeng Motors handle. They're celebrating a historic year.
I saw this one.
Record deliveries of 429,445 vehicles globally in 2025. That is a 126% year-over-year increase, fueled by those popular AI-enhanced models like the Mona MO3.
And it is, undeniable. That is a massive annual record, and that percentage growth is historic. However,
That's always a however.
You have to look past the top-line number for the critical context. The same source material noted that the momentum seriously slowed down late in the year.
How slow?
December saw just a meager 2% month-over-month growth. And, maybe more importantly, they actually missed their Q4 guidance.
So the 2025 total looks incredible, but the most recent data suggests the market is already tightening up for them.
Exactly. It raises the big question. Are these rapid market share gains in China and Europe sustainable? Or is the competition, especially from domestic rivals, already catching up? XPeng is pushing hard into that premium EV segment, and that puts massive pressure on rivals like Tesla. They're driving the pace, for sure, but maintaining that acceleration, that's the really hard part.
Velocity and scale. That seems to be the theme today. And speaking of scale, we have to talk about the AI automation tsunami. It's hitting white-collar roles with just as much velocity. We saw this viral account from Atlenison.
The Jason Lemkin one.
Yeah, detailing his strategic shift. He moved from 10 human salespeople to just 1.2 humans managing 20 AI agents. And somehow maintain the exact same revenue. The prediction is stark. Mid-tier SDRs and BDRs they're heading toward extinction.
Okay, but that shift is based purely on one metric, right? Cost cutting. You save on salary, you maintain revenue, it looks great on a spreadsheet.
But it's not the whole story.
Not at all. If you look deeper, the source material critiques this strategy heavily because it assumes the automation just works perfectly. The context cites real-world data showing up to a 45% lead loss, where valuable leads just go uncontacted because of internal delays.
So the automation isn't as efficient as it seems.
It might be fast, but it could be worsening the problem through what the post calls uncanny valley friction.
Okay, explain that. The friction is the customer feeling like they're not talking to a real person.
Precisely. Customers are just ghosting these sales bots because the interaction feels almost human, but it's fundamentally inauthentic. Think about it. You're dealing with a complex sale where trust and relationships matter. If your automation alienates even 10% of your customer base, you might save on salary, but you are paying a hidden, exponentially higher cost in brand trust. That uncanny valley friction is a hidden liability.
Right. And speaking of humanoids and efficiency, we need to connect this to hardware. There was that clip shared by @Crudioge of NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. He was incredibly bullish on Tesla's Optimus robot.
He was.
He called Elon Musk an extraordinary engineer, basically said Optimus is just around the corner, ready to launch the next multi-trillion-dollar industry.
Yeah, but Huang's reasoning is the key insight here, and it connects directly back to our manufacturing discussion. He emphasizes that Optimus's real edge isn't just the AI algorithm. It's Tesla's existing massive automotive manufacturing expertise. That's what allows for high-volume, scalable, cost-effective deployment. His point is that the next huge economic wave isn't just about training better models in a lab. It's about solving the industrial manufacturing problem to get them out into the real world, affordably and at scale.
So high volume, but what about quality? The AI accuracy deficit is becoming a really serious issue. We have this potent counterpoint to all the hype from @SlowDeveloper, who was quoting the mathematician Joel David Hamkins.
A pretty scathing critique.
He said current LLMs are basically useless for serious mathematics. They provide garbage answers and then stubbornly defend their own errors. He even said he'd stop talking to any person who argued the way these things do.
And this really gets at the core issue of trust and utility, right? And Hamkins's his anecdotal experience is actually backed up by cold, hard data. The context cites a March 2025 ArcIF study. It focused on really rigorous competitive math problems from the U.S. Ammo.
The mathematical Olympiad. So these are not simple calculations.
Not at all. These are advanced proofs requiring deep logical rigor.
And what was the success rate for the AIs?
Top-tier LLMs succeeded on only 12% of those problems.
12%.
Yeah. That severe lack of verifiable accuracy is a massive hurdle. You can't apply AI to fields like engineering or advanced science if you can't trust the output. It creates this weird cognitive dissonance because at the same time we hear these optimistic reports about AI generating novel mathematical branches. It suggests the progress is extremely uneven. Great at creativity, maybe, but just terrible at verifiable rigor.
Let's shift to a practical application that just feels like a pure, immediate win. We saw a great post from @Kimenismus celebrating autonomous drones that clean solar panels.
A simple, elegant solution.
It's being pitched as a necessary solution to what some are calling the biggest bottleneck of the future, energy scarcity.
And the economic case for it is just overwhelming. I mean, studies from NREL show that dust accumulation alone can decrease solar panel efficiency by a full 20 to 30%.
Wow. So just cleaning them gives you a massive boost.
A massive built-in return on investment. And what's fascinating is the global leadership here. It's Chinese firms like HDH Drone and IFBOT. They're dominating the deployment of these eco-friendly water-based systems. It shows where the immediate, profitable, real-world robotics deployment is actually happening today.
Okay, let's move into our innovation and culture vibe check. Let's start with consumer tech. We saw the introduction of the Pickle 1.
The Soul computer.
The first Soul computer. It's a sleek set of AR glasses.
Yeah.
Designed for AI human memory integration. It looks futuristic, great aesthetics, aluminum build.
It does, but immediately, the practical friction points emerge. The critique around the post from @Pickle highlighted it perfectly.
It's our battery life.
The battery life. The device claims 12 hours. But the reviewer, Jason Neen, just nailed the core issue. People who wear glasses, they wear them for 16, 18 hours a day.
Right. I wear mine from the moment I wake up.
Exactly. 12 hours is great for a phone in your pocket, but it completely fails the all-day usability test for something meant to be part of your site, especially for prescription users. All-day power is the fundamental hurdle for this entire category, no matter how innovative the soul-themed marketing is.
Right. And the speed of digital creation is also just leaping forward. We saw an amazing video from @Odo00000000. It was a Blender rendered clip of modular Japanese landscape assets.
I saw that. It was beautiful.
The creator assembled this hyper-realistic path and hedge scene in just 10 minutes. It's a massive demonstration of efficiency in 3D scene building.
And the insight there is really about the impact on digital labor economics. When you can go from concept to a high-fidelity render in 10 minutes, you fundamentally change the cost structure of digital art, of gaming assets. What used to take hours of manual work is now pre-packaged. It means smaller studios and independent creators get this huge acceleration advantage.
Compressing timelines dramatically. Speaking of realism and simulation, we saw something truly unexpected from the gaming world. From @Horror Untitled.
This one was fun.
A clip showing the pure joy of driving a dune buggy down a snowy Colorado mountain road in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
In a flight simulator.
Exactly. And people are obsessed with the ground vehicles.
That post had massive engagement, and it's because it's a brilliant realization of what the simulation can actually do. The big innovation in MSFS 2024 isn't just better planes, it's the photorealistic, high-fidelity simulation of the entire planet. By adding ground vehicles, they're blurring the lines between an aviation sim and an open-world driving game.
So people are just exploring the globe on the ground.
Yeah, the community loves the potential to just traverse virtually anywhere on Earth with that level of fidelity, whether you're flying or driving. It opens up a whole new genre.
To close out the segment, let's look way, way up. The European Space Agency at ESA shared this stunning footage from their solar orbiter.
Just breathtaking stuff.
It captured a solar prominence, this vast plasma loop suspended by magnetic fields stretching over 100,000 kilometers from the sun's surface. Just cosmic spectacle.
It's pure awe, but it also serves a critical function. When you see a plasma loop that big, it's a powerful reminder of the sheer chaos our technology operates in.
This wasn't just a random event, was it?
No, that footage coincided with intense solar activity that month. X-class flares, coronal mass ejections. These images underscore the mission's crucial role in space weather forecasting. We have to predict these events. They directly affect satellites, communications, even power grids here on Earth. That data is essential infrastructure protection.
So we've tracked high-speed space scale, hyperspeed market scale, and the accelerating speed of AI deployment, even with its very serious accuracy problems.
And that conflict, that tension between AI volume and AI accuracy, the uncanny valley friction and the mathematical failures, that's the key trend that needs a solution. If you can't trust the algorithm, its speed is totally irrelevant.
Which leads us directly to our prediction for tomorrow.
Precisely. My prediction is that the need to combat these mathematical failures and this erosion of consumer trust will force companies to rapidly implement new regulatory or audit layers on their autonomous agents.
An audit layer for AI.
Yeah, because trust is eroding faster than efficiency is improving. AI quality control will become the hottest, highest-paying compliance job of Q1. You'll need specialists whose only job is to prove the bots are trustworthy and accurate before they get deployed.
That makes perfect sense. And speaking of trust and disruptive industries, let's leave you with this final provocative thought. It builds on Jensen Huang's prediction about the Optimus robot. If the next multi-trillion-dollar industry is catalyzed by an engineer known primarily for manufacturing efficiency, like Elon Musk and Tesla, does that mean the most significant tech breakthroughs going forward will actually come from optimizing production lines, from solving physical manufacturing problems, rather than from purely algorithmic or software advancements?
A powerful thought. It shifts the focus from silicon design right back to the assembly line.
Something for you to mull over. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
We'll see you next time.